You know, when you set a goal or a commitment or finally decide that you're going to make that change in life, there's really only two things that can go wrong. You can either fail or make a mistake. Failure gets talked about all the time. Every guru, every fitness bro, every quote account on Instagram rave about failure. But what nobody seems to talk about is what happens when you don't fail, but you just screw up. These are mistakes. When you know what you were doing was wrong, but you did it anyways. My name's Avery Timpson, and my goal in each one of my videos is to help people better their lives. And in this video in particular, we're going to be talking about how to handle mistakes and stop letting mistakes destroy your life. By the end of this video, you should have all the information you need in order to prevent that from happening. So sit back, lock in, because today I'm going to give you something that changed my life. You see, failure isn't because you're lazy. It's when life throws you a curveball so wild that you just couldn't hit it. Like when you commit to working out every day, but you get bedridden sick. Or when you save up for that summer vacation and the car says, haha, no you didn't. Or maybe you plan to get 10,000 steps a day all year, but you tore your Achilles 2 weeks in. That is failure. When you reasonably gave it everything that you had, but fate had other plans. When that happens, it's pretty easy to know what to do, right? Every influencer will tell you the exact same thing. Get back up, push harder, and be disciplined. But that advice falls flat when you realize that not every setback is a failure. Sometimes you just messed up, and hearing that you need to be more disciplined for the 50th time doesn't really help. You see, a mistake is different. A mistake is when there's no lightning bolt, there's no bad luck, no random twist of fate. You just didn't do it. You got lazy, you got scared, and you told yourself, I'll do it later. And now you're sitting there, staring at the wall, thinking to yourself, bro, why did I do this again? When you make a mistake, it hits different than failure. Because deep down, you know it was you that caused it. You had the chance, but you just didn't take it. It wasn't fate, it was you. And that realization hurts. Most people, when they make a mistake, they go into this full emotional spiral. They think to themselves, oh man, I did it again. Why am I like this? That inner monologue kicks in. Oh man, I had everything lined up. My vision board was flawless. But no, I had to sit in and eat an entire pizza. And that voice gets dramatic. Like Oscar-worthy performance dramatic. Oh no, I'll never be like my heroes. I'm a fraud. I'm such a failure. Hold up. Let's chill out for a second. You didn't just end your destiny. All you did was miss one gym session. Calm down, Socrates. Here's the deeper layer though. We aren't really taught how to handle mistakes. I'm sure you can remember when you were a child. What happens when you made a mistake? You got punished or scolded, maybe even smacked. So as adults, when we make mistakes, we either punish ourselves again or we do what we try to do as children and lie our way out of it. We say, it wasn't my fault. The traffic was crazy. Or my dog looked so sad, I had to stay home. Either we beat ourselves down until we feel worthless, or we fake justify it until the next mistake rolls around. Both of those lead to the same exact place. Nowhere. If you punish yourself, then you're reinforcing the idea that you're undeserving. So why would you chase after your dreams if you secretly believe that you don't deserve to win? And if you lie to yourself, you'll continue the pattern of avoidance. You'll keep stacking excuses until the dream that you once wanted is buried in a pile of not my faults. Neither version grows you. They just keep you trapped in this loop of mistake, guilt. So okay, let's be real. If you're on any type of self improvement journey, you're gonna make mistakes. It's not a possibility, it's a guarantee because you are human. If you start your journey as a couch potato like many people do, you can't expect to wake up tomorrow and act like David Goggins' long lost cousin. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fall off, and you're gonna go back to your old habits every now and then. Simply put, you're gonna do dumb stuff, but it doesn't mean that you're not improving. It just means that you're human. Think about it. You're not a machine. If your brain has been running on the last program for the last 20 years, you can't just download perfectdiscipline.exe and expect to change in the blink of an eye. The truth is, you need reps, you need experience, and you need time to rewire your brain. So you see the problem, and you understand what you're doing is wrong. But the question now is, will the wide set-eyed, long-haired individual in front of you try to actually teach you how to fix this problem, or is he going to go about trying to sell you a course that couldn't make a fly eat shit? Well, you're in luck, because I don't know how to make courses. Yet. People quit because they don't understand the power of yet. People speak to themselves and say, I'm not disciplined enough, but they forget to add yet. I'm not consistent enough, but they should say, I'm not consistent enough yet. Think about it this way. If you're not your future self yet, it makes sense that you're going to stumble along the way to becoming them. This is the whole point of growth. Not to skip the mistakes, but to evolve through them. When you make a mistake, instead of spiraling, imagine you're having a meeting with yourself. Not the meeting where you come in with, I suck, but the meeting where you simply check in with yourself. Instead of self-sabotaging, your thoughts may look more something like this. Yeah, I skipped the gym today, and honestly, I feel kind of bad about it. And I wouldn't want to feel that way tomorrow, so maybe I should go. Tomorrow I'm going to go, not because I have to, but because I deserve to win. Now that's self-respect, and it hits way better than guilt. Look guys, I'm not sitting here saying that I've mastered anything at all. I've made so many mistakes in my life, I could write a trilogy. You're looking at the green-eyed poster child for, bro, why did you do that again? But that's what keeps me grounded. Because now, when I make mistakes, I become more aware, more patient, and more human. And when you mix that awareness with a little bit of self-love, it takes away the shame. If you do this enough, you'll begin to find the humor in your slip-ups, and you'll begin to diffuse the bomb before it explodes. Here's the exact formula I learned for handling mistakes without losing momentum. First, acknowledge it fast. Don't dramatize it. Don't delay it. Just admit it. Be very honest with yourself and get over that gulp of messing up. Secondly, after you've acknowledged that you made the mistake, now you must study it, analyze it, and figure out where you went wrong. Was it comfort? Was it boredom? Did you get afraid? The third step, course correction, should come easily. Since we know where we went wrong and we haven't been beating ourselves up, the knowledge that we need in order to fix the problem is right in front of us. This will differ for every single problem, but once your honesty uncovers the truth, don't wait. Start today. When you turn mistakes into lessons instead of ammunition, then you'll stop self-sabotaging and begin self-mastery. You see, forgiveness doesn't mean that you're lowering your standards. Forgiving yourself is simply removing the emotional baggage that keeps you from trying again. Every time you forgive yourself, it makes it that much easier to keep going. And every time you analyze your mistake, instead of hating yourself, you grow wiser. Every time you adapt, you begin to take one step closer to the version of you that doesn't make that mistake anymore. That's progress. That's evolution. That's the win inside of the mistake. So next time you slip, whether it's missing the gym, skipping the project, or just losing your temper, don't beat yourself up. Don't spiral, don't lie, and don't punish. Just acknowledge, forgive, analyze, and adapt. And remember, The goal isn't to be flawless, it's just to be present enough to learn from these imperfections. Be forgiving, be observant, and be adaptable. And for the love of God, don't take yourself too seriously. You're allowed to laugh as you level up. Don't forget that you're human, and despite all of the discipline, hard work, and motivational speakers nowadays, sometimes you just need a little love to thrive. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. If you do like content like this, I'd appreciate it if you went ahead and subscribed. And if you got anything good or bad to say, let me know down in the comment section below. I really appreciate you watching the video all the way through, and I hope that I was able to translate this in a way that made sense to you. God bless, and good luck.